I'm gonna have to drop a hard truth. You're ugly. Like, what is this hair? What is this tail? It literally looks like a turd. Bro, clearly this man is in need of a makeover. So I'm gonna introduce you into your new best friend, welds. First things first, you're gonna want to find something you want to attach to the horse and then slap it right on. With the part that you're trying to attach still selected, you're gonna want to go to the model tab, click the bottom arrow on the little create icon, then click weld, and it's going to give you this little selector, and you should select the part of the horse that is closest to what you're trying to attach. So here, it's touching the torso the most, so I'm going to pick that. Once that's all set, you're going to want to take the object and drop it into the model in the Explorer. That way it doesn't get lost when you try to move the whole model. Finally, you're going to want to play test the game to make sure that the tail is not falling off, or whatever you're attached is not falling off, or any other issues might happen. In this case, the weld was successful, so the horse is moving normally and the tail is still attached. Well, there's a couple of problems you might experience along the way, so here's some little troubleshooting stuff in case that is not what happened when you tried to do it. So the first problem you might experience is if you get on the horse and you're using all the arrow keys to try to move it and nothing is happening. You might hear sounds when you use the back arrow, but the horse is not moving anywhere. I'll show you what to do in case this is what seems to happen when you weld the horse. So this is a real easy fix, actually. One of the most common issues that you have when you're welding a moving thing like a horse is that you accidentally anchored the part that you're trying to attach. So the first thing you want to do is click the horse, then hold down the Alt key on your keyboard, and that should let you select any part within the model. You want to select the part that you tried to attach. Next thing you're going to want to check is if it's anchored. You can check this in either properties or up at this top tab here, and you always want it to be deselected when it's a part that's welded and is moving with the horse. Another issue you might experience is if the weld literally fails to attach the tail to the horse or whatever you're trying to attach, and you can just kick it around. It's not even like attached to the horse in any way whatsoever. This is also another common issue. I'll show you how to fix that in a sec. So there's a couple of things you can check to make sure that your weld is working. So you're going to want to go into the part that you're trying to attach, and there should be a weld constraint. If not in there, then the other part that you are attaching it to. But usually it's in the part that you clicked initially. So what you're going to want to check is have properties open on the weld constraint, and check to make sure that both of the parts are in here. As you can see, part 0 is missing. So you're going to want to click that little empty box and click the part that's missing, and that should fix the issue. The other issue you may experience is if this little enabled box is not checked, those two things will not stay together. So make sure that this enabled box is checked, and also make sure the active box is checked. If anything is going wrong with with the weld, the active box will be unchecked. It's not checkable. You can't select it yourself. This is just an indicator from Roblox as to whether or not the weld is working. So now that we've established what welds are and how to use them, I can show you a couple of examples of what you can do with welds. So the capabilities of welds are actually quite vast. You can use them to make fantasy horses. You can attach wings or horns to horses using welds. You can also attach a variety of pieces of tack, including just plain old regular English saddles, Western saddles, vault saddles, really whatever saddle you can think of, you can put on the horse. You can also attach polo wraps, new types of mane styles, anything you can think of, you can just attach it to the horse and really improve a horse's look. You can modify parts of the horse that are already there as long as it's not a major part of the horse. So, for example, if you were going to want to modify the horse's leg, you couldn't necessarily do that unless you were experienced in how to rig. Or if you wanted to change the shape of the horse's head, if you tried to weld a new head on and delete the old head, you might experience a lot of issues because the moving parts of the model work in a rig so that they can be animated. Parts that are welded on cannot be animated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Slap a comment down below if you have any other issues with the welding situation, or if it worked for you, you can talk about what you used it for. I'd love to hear it. And don't forget to vaccinate your horses.